Hi everybody, it's Irene at Lifestyle Over 60. Today we're going to be talking about the power of the belt. The belt can go a long way toward making you look slimmer and more fashionable, and I'm going to show you how to wear them coming up. I know a lot of people think, well, I have to be thin, I have to have a perfect body to wear a belt. Otherwise, I'm going to look like a pillow tied in the middle. But that is not true. I have some tips and tricks for you. I don't wear belts a lot because I thought I couldn't, so I don't have a lot of them. But I really can, and I think, if you don't have any, it's fun to just play. So I'm going to show you in this video lots of ways to wear them and different types of belts for different types of bodies. So here we go. All right, so this is obviously a A-line tank dress. It's sort of flared at the bottom, and this is by Soft Surroundings, and I will link this dress. This is a classic. I've had it for years. I wear it a lot, and it's versatile, so it's good with a belt. And I'm going to show you what it looks like now. Always thinking I shouldn't wear a belt because I always kind of feel fat, and I do have an hourglass shape, and you can find that out. If I can find a good source, I'll link that to what your shape is by doing different measurements, and there's charts and all of that. I used to think I was short-waisted, and that, because my boobs are on the larger size, I shouldn't wear a belt. So I'm just going to show you. So here's what it looks like with no belt, and I wear it like this for sure. I usually wear like a long necklace with it if I wear it like this. But here's the trick with, if you're feeling short-waisted, if you feel like you can't really wear a belt because it cuts you in the middle, then this is the belt for you. I can't link it. I've had it for years. I got it at Macy's. Okay, but if you can see how it kind of comes down, right? So it's not just straight across, it's straight across in the back, but then it comes kind of down. And so if you want to wear a belt and you feel like you don't want to be cut in the middle, and you can find one that's a little curved and comes down, it's a very slimming, like a V effect. So here it is with this belt, and I think it kind of completes the outfit. And this dress has pockets too, by the way, which I don't know about you, I love my pockets. All right, so here's one example. I'm going to show you it again without the belt. Okay, it's fine, right? I mean, it's just a regular plain tank dress. It's fine, but we throw on the belt, and now it's like a little bit more of an outfit. Let's make it more outfitty. All right, guys, so I'm a little cold, and this is a kimono that I can link something similar. I got it on, I think I got it on Etsy. And so if I have this dress belted and I throw on a kimono, I could totally go out like this, and I feel pretty good in this outfit. It feels like an outfit. If I take off the belt, same outfit, right? And I'm not showing you any of these with jewelry or accessories, just to make it simple. All right, so now I have this on with this dress, and everything's just kind of hanging, right? See the difference? Now I'm going to throw the belt. And this belt is actually comfortable. I think a lot of the reasons why I don't wear one more is because I think it's going to be uncomfortable, but because this is a little bit stretchy in the back, it's not. Okay, so see the difference? I mean, it looks much more stylish. I feel like, hey, I'm like fashionista. All right, so example one. Okay, Harley and I are coming to you with this look. Same outfit, right? The same tank dress and the kimono. Just put a stretchy black belt over it. And this I can link. This is from Amazon, not expensive. What do you think? It's not bad. You've seen this with no belt at all. It's not bad. When you're going to be wearing a belt and you're belting over a scarf, you're belting over a jacket or something like that, if you wear a fat belt, it's going to pull you in better than if you wear a thin belt. I'm going to show you now. With thin belts and this kind of bulk, you can look like a pillow tied in the center. One of my friends said. So I'll show you with a thin belt just to give you the example. Okay, here it is with the thin belt. And for me, with my body and with all of this bulk, because I've got this, tank dress and this kimono, I don't think this looks good. I mean, it's not terrible, but I kind of do feel like a pillow tied in the center. Yeah, and so I probably wouldn't wear this. I do think it looks a little bit better like this than with nothing, with it just hanging free and with all this fabric. I do think a belt pulls this look together. Okay, so now the belted blazer. Controversial. Some people love it, some people do not, and I think it depends on how you do it and your body shape and how you feel comfortable. So, same tank dress. By the way, I have low heel boots on, knee-high boots on, and this is my Ralph Lauren blazer that I have had for, I want to say, over 20 years. It's such a well-made piece, and I wear it whenever there's a need for a black blazer, which is often. Okay, so here's the outfit, not belted and fine, right? Throw in some jewelry, and it's a nice outfit. Very conservative, classic. I don't know, I think I look well dressed. So let's try belt over the blazer and see what you think. All right, well here it is with just that stretched black belt from Amazon that goes straight around. Looks like this. And right now I've gained like 5 pounds. I'm a little hippie. And so if you're hippie, and if you feel a little bit overweight, you can wear a belt. And I'm going to show you lots of examples of how that can look really good. But it can also accentuate your hippiness if you're wearing a belt like this, especially if you have bulk underneath it. So in this case, for me, I think that's a glamour don't. And it would look better with no belt at all. But let's try the belt that goes to a V with this blazer look and see what we think of it. And that's something you guys, I think you should do with a belt. Like if you're not real seasoned at wearing them, play, get a couple of belts. They're not expensive. Play, here's my outfit. I'm going somewhere. Should I belt it? Let's see. Put it on. Look, if you like it, great. Yeah, you have to experiment. So here it is with the V belt. Yeah, I don't really like this either. It's not needed. So for me, the belted blazer, it's also not that comfortable, to be honest. It's just not that comfortable. I feel much more comfortable like this. So try it, There are some blazers that maybe a long blazer that's not as heavy. If you're very thin, you can do that, Diane Keaton used to belt all her blazers, and, she would accentuate her. She had a V, sort of a inverted triangle shape. And so she didn't have a waist, and so she used the belt to give herself a waist. And then she would use these sort of oversized skirts, the flaring skirts, to give herself hips. So she created a figure with the belt, which is why she always wore one. But if you're already hourglassy or you don't really need, the extra around your middle, then, probably not so much for you. Here are some fabulous examples of belts, do's and don'ts. This is a trend where you just wear all your belts at once, all at the same time. Some people love it, some people hate it. I think it's a don't, but it's totally up to you. The belted blazer, well, like I showed you on me, either you love it or you just don't. You can go with a thick belt like Diane Keaton used to do. She was giving herself a waist, or a thinner belt. It just depends on your figure and the outfit. Sometimes a contrasting belt works, sometimes doesn't. I think this is fabulous. If you're not super thin, you can still wear a belt. Look at these examples on these beautiful women that I think look really good. So, if you're not thin, give it a try. Play with it. The belted dress, well, you saw my belted dress. I think if you go with the same color belt, or like in this case, brown with the different colored background, I don't love it. I like this more where it just sort of blends, but here it works because she's tying in her shoes. So, the color of the belt is something to consider. The size of the belt is something to consider, and your figure. Belts with pants. I think they look good, and it just depends. Like this to me doesn't. And this on Victoria Beckham is a little much, but people love it. This is very classic. Might say it's boring. I think this is fabulous. So, my advice to you is just play. You're on a belt journey. You may like something today and change your mind tomorrow. Just play. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and join our little party of people over 60. I'm having a blast doing this. So let me know in the comments, do you wear belts? Do you like them? What do you think? What did you think of the outfits I showed you? And come back and see me again really soon.